Welcome to Carpe Dime, a podcast about personal finance and everyday life. I'm Dusty Simmons, credit union marketing guru and single mom.
And I'm Jamie Davidson, the master of money, as well as the assistant VP of financial literacy for our credit union, Financial Center First Credit Union. We hope you'll spend your time with us as we talk a little bit about, life, family finances, and all that stuff that sort of interferes with the fun stuff in life. Next to me, as you know, is Dusty. Happy New Year, Dusty.
Happy New Year. Today, we're specifically going to talk to you about why your financial resolutions are doomed to fail. I mean, doomed.
That's right. Don't even try, folks. You're just gonna screw up. Everybody screws up, right?
But hopefully, also how to fix it.
How to fix it, right. So, Dusty, did you have any financial resolutions yet this year?
Even in preparation for this podcast, I wish I said that I have put a financial resolution in place, but sadly, no, okay. I haven't.
Well, how about a regular resolution? Yes or no?
I not this year because I kind of vowed not to. I think my resolution was not to make resolutions this year. But I did make a financial resolution last year, but I didn't really get there.
What happened?
I think mostly just didn't follow through with it after the first. It kind of like lost interest in it after the first.
Sort of like
months.
Regular resolutions, right?
Yeah, anything.
You do it really well for the first couple weeks or the first month or two, and then it just sort of goes by the wayside. Once it gets nice outside, you start doing other things.
Yeah. What about you?
I did make I had a goal last year. I set up a resolution last year, and I actually reached it. It wasn't the greatest goal, but it was a little goal, and I liked it, and I was really happy afterwards. So this year I came up with that again as well. And
so you're going to do the same thing?
I'm going to do the same thing. Basically, I set up a savings account, a special savings account, started the 52-week challenge and started putting money in the first week. So week number one, I put $1 in. Week number two was $2. So I have $3 in my special savings account right now. Woo-hoo. But the great thing is by the end of the year, it'll be it'll be almost $1,400.
Ooh, that sounds like mad money.
Sounds like
vacation money.
Yep, depending on who you are and who you're with, that's what it might be. Whatever you decide to be, whether it's for the holidays or for mad money, as you call it, or maybe to fix that tire that's you need new tires. It's just whatever you decide. People are out there making resolutions, right? Did you do a little research on that for us?
Yeah, we were kind of preparing for this first discussion, and financial resolutions seemed like a great topic. And me, I got to dig into it, learn a little bit more about it. Facts. So here's what I found out: 99 million people will make a financial resolution in 2020, according to WalletHub. And here's the scary part: 55% of Americans will break their financial resolutions within 3 months. And while only 25% will keep theirs for just a single month.
So basically,
we have such short attention spans.
So we're basically looking at an 80% failure rate here, right?
Yeah, within 3 months. All right, so here's the deal. I didn't set a financial resolution this year because mine failed for last year. So tell me why my resolution failed.
Well, a lot of times the reason why it fails is because it's not a specific resolution. It's not specific enough. Like last year, you might have said, hey, I want to save more money. Well, what does that mean? What does that look like? And it's got to be a little bit more detailed than that. Think about if you were baking a cake or cooking a casserole. It's a little bit more than I'm just going to bake a cake or I'm going to cook a casserole, right? You have to have the ingredients. You have to measure properly. You have to put it in the oven and you keep an eye on it, right?
So kind of like you got to have a plan.
You have to have a plan, yes.
Right.
And that goal's got to be specific. So let's say next year you decide, I want to save money. So what you do is you say, I want to save X amount of dollars. So what is X amount of dollars? So say it's $2,000, right?
Right.
So that's your first part of the plan. Now the next part of the plan is actually setting the steps of how to get there.
Not just hoping that it's going to transfer automatic. Well, I could.
Fingers crossed, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't have to, dive in there to get something for the kids for, a birthday present because you did a bad job of preparing for that, which we've all done in the past, right?
Right.
So it's really about being specific and knowing how you're going to get there. We all want to save money. We all want to have more money.
This message comes from Capital One. With the Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, you earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase and get big purchasing power so your business can spend more and earn more. Stephen, Brandon, and Bruno, the business owners of SandCloud, reinvested their 2% cash back to help build the company's retail presence. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus. Terms apply.
How did you get there? That's
right.
The key here. So let's say that you have a goal of next year of saving some sort of money. Aren't you going to go on vacation sometime here pretty soon, maybe?
I hope so.
Okay, well, maybe that's one of the things.
I'm going to Miami. Yeah.
Miami, oh, wow. Well, I am a Dolphins fan. So
I know.
There's a knock against me already, guys. So when it comes to that resolution, it needs to be specific. How am I going to get there? What am I going to do? And a lot of times when it comes to these resolutions, especially of saving money, we always say we want to save money. And we have the same amount of income coming in, but we don't think about where should we probably go? Cut money out on expenses.
Yeah.
Discretionary expenses, right? Dining out.
My Starbucks.
Or whatever that is. So number one is, make sure that goal is specific. Another one I think is it's really about coming back and keeping an eye on that and measuring what's happening.
It's just like if you're trying to lose weight, you got to step on the scale once in a while. You got to know where you're at.
Right. You can't eat pizza all week and lose money.
Right.
Lose money. Lose weight.
You're going to lose money too.
You're going to lose money as well. You're right. That's exactly right. It's the same way with this. You've really got to be measuring it and knowing where you stand. A lot of times, I think a good thing to do with a resolution is to actually get a friend or a group of friends to do it with, because we're really pretty
accountability.
Good. Accountability is a good thing. Think about that. Whenever you decided to exercise or lose weight, and when you did it with a group, did you usually succeed a little bit better?
Sure, because it's a competition for me.
For you, it's a competition, right? For me, it's I'm going to make fun of you if you didn't do it right. And if you're on my team, I'm really going to harass you, because I guess that's just the way I am. But it's really about having that teammate. So think about that in a family. A lot of times in the family, you have the father, the mother.
There's usually a saver and a spender, right?
A saver and a spender, right? And then you have children,
got to get everybody on board.
And then you have children. The children, what do they know about saving? Not a lot, right? So here you have this family.
Whole nother topic we're going to cover at a different point, right?
Right.
About how to teach your kids about money.
But that goes back to the resolution, though. Mm-hmm. Getting everybody on board in that household.
Right.
If our resolution is to save money this year, and I'm the only one on board on this resolution, is it gonna work very well?
No, absolutely not.
What's the stress level going to be like in the household?
Well, I mean, we all know money is the biggest stressor in any family dynamic. So
that's what they say.
Yeah.
I've seen it a few times in my life. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So what I'm hearing from you is self-discipline at the same time of setting the goal and being realistic about the goal and making a plan. You also have to be disciplined in executing that plan.
That's correct. Self-discipline is a dirty word. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants to be self-disciplined. The idea of disciplining ourselves is scary to us. We see it as a negative word or an inflection there, but it's really not. It's just sort of that whole idea. I always joke with my children at home. Successful people get up in the morning when the alarm goes off. Mm-hmm. Right?
They don't hit the snooze button.
Right? But that's just a type of self-discipline. It's the same way when it comes to finances, right? We all would love to go to Starbucks every day. We all would love to go eat pizza every day, or whatever that thing is. But it's about self-discipline.
Right.
And when it comes to your financial resolutions, it's the same thing. What's really great though is once you set that specific goal for the year, whatever it is, whether it's taking care of, maybe paying down debt, or if it is saving, whatever it is. You'll find once you get about halfway through it, your mentality changes. Now, instead of it being a struggle, you're excited.
Right.
You finally turn that point.
It's that shift. It's that changing the habit shift.
And the view too. It's no longer, I've got to not go eat pizza and I've got to not go to Starbucks. It's like, wow, look how much money I'm saving. Mm-hmm. And it's really a mindset change. And it does take a while, especially if the whole time you've been doing one other way. I've got friends that are runners. They always talk about the runner high.
Oh, yeah.
The runner high.
Yeah.
And, I used to go out and try to run. I never found the runner high. I kept looking for it. I think it's the same way with your finances, though, too.
I got a shopping high, but no runner high.
Well, let's think about that. What do we do when we're sad? When we go shopping?
Or eat or what? I mean, whatever your vice is,
when
right?
When we're happy, we spend money. When we're sad, we spend more money.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Wonder why we're all so sad after the holidays. Want that and the extra 20 pounds, right?
Yeah. So
not Dusty. She didn't gain 20. I did. She probably lost 20. So
let's talk about if I've never set a resolution.
Okay.
And I really would like to have one this year that's related to my finances.
Okay.
What are some really good financial resolutions I should think about setting for myself and that are smart goals?
That are smart goals. I would start with setting up a special savings account. That's not your regular savings account.
So that kind of goes back to the save more.
Right, yeah, save more. So you've got this account.
Setting a goal.
This is an account you're not going to touch very often. It's not there to touch. Your regular savings is there. You set up that special savings account. So that's your first step there.
Ooh, my mad money. I like
your mad money. Oh, I don't know. That depends. We could all want mad money every week. You got to remember, you got to put that time constraint on there too.
Right.
Remember that.
What do you mean by time constraint?
That time constraint. Well, let's think about this. The holidays just came around. Mm-hmm. How many people do you know when Thanksgiving got here were freaking out because they didn't have money to buy gifts for the holidays?
I stress about it every year. Every year.
When should you start saving for that maybe?
Because, we work in finances, so Christmas club is a word that we hear, right?
So maybe
but
that's
it makes sense. It's kind of traditional and old school, but it works.
You set up that December club account and you put the money in there and you save it until December, and you take that money and you go and you buy your gifts for
and you got the money and you don't stress about it.
That's right. You're happy. You're happy. And then if you're like me, you might find out that you save a little extra on the side that they don't know about and you keep that.
That's your mad money. Okay, so Christmas or Christmas club or special savings. That's
special savings.
That is idea number one.
Yeah, have a special savings account where you're going to only put money in there for a specific period of time.
Okay.
The second part of that is to set up a direct deposit or a direct transfer into that account. Mm-hmm. And then here's where that dirty word comes in again: self-discipline.
Right.
Don't touch it, and keep doing it. Keep putting the money in there and don't touch it. This is where that whole idea of, we were talking about the family, having that family conversation where we're all working towards this goal together. And when we achieve this goal, this is what we're going to do to celebrate that.
Okay, so speaking of family, I think this is a really good idea for a resolution, but putting together and sticking to a budget, because I know budget is kind of like a four-letter word sometimes to some people. And it's hard, right, to have a budget and stick to it. But having a budget can contribute to so many other financial goals that you have, like saving more, putting more in your retirement fund, all of those things.
That is correct.
You are a budgeting expert. So can you talk a little bit about what the goal of? You are. I've heard you. Like what's a great? What do you want to talk to us about sticking to a budget?
I think about when it comes to the budget, it comes down to a few different things. One is actually having the budget. Obviously, a lot of people don't create a budget, so you're not going to stick to the budget if you don't create it. It's being realistic of what's going on. And that actually means you need to sit down and take that time to create that budget and find out what your expenses are and what your income is.
And that's the two biggest components of a budget, right? Income and expenses.
That's it. Right, it's
pretty basic.
It's very simple, right?
So yeah. Now, and do you like a specific tool to use to?
Any type of spreadsheet will work. They're all out there.
Old school Excel.
They're all out there.
Or
Excel,
a budgeting tool.
TurboTax has it. There's multiple ones online that you can use. I'm not going to endorse anyone, so to speak. Right. But it's actually sitting down and doing that. And some of them you can even attach to your bank account if you want to. I'm not saying to do that, but you can do that.
Yeah.
And really seeing where your money's going.
It's probably scary to know how much money gets spent on certain categories in your life.
Right.
Like food in my house.
Right.
Like we eat out a lot. Okay. That's definitely an area where.
And a lot of times when we do that, when we're spending that extra money on those extra things.
Yeah.
We don't like to put that in the budget because we don't want to see it.
Like
we don't want to see.
We
don't want to see beer and wine on the budget because then oh my gosh,
I've spent
So we act like we don't spend it when you do. It's it's the same thing with the going out to eat. It's the same way. You really have to put everything down there. I always tell people that I meet, if you're a cigarette smoker, you better put cigarettes in there.
Yep, that's a huge
because
budget
that's
item.
A huge budget item. If you don't think about that, right? So that's a great resolution in itself.
Quit smoking for multiple reasons.
I was talking about financial, but yes, quit smoking or create a budget. Sit down and create a budget. That's a great resolution. Actually, sit down and do a budget and keep it for the year and see where your money's going, and then make those choices.
And then this other resolution that we've talked about, for those of us who are living paycheck to paycheck, there's a pretty big resolution that's a great idea, which is
pay your bills on time. It's really important. Paying your bills on time, I know at times is a challenge. It's a cash flow problem. But once you do that budget, you're going to see that the reason why you're not able to pay your bills on time is because you're not sticking to that budget. And if you could actually do the budget, it's going to make it a lot easier. Mm-hmm. So many things happen when you don't pay your bills on time.
Like what? Like what? How can not paying your bills on time affect your financial life?
Well, the first thing you're going to have happen when you don't pay your bill on time is you're going to incur a late fee. Ding, 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 right? So
or an overdraft fee.
So now I don't have enough money, and now I've incurred a late fee or an overdraft fee, right? The other thing is if I'm not paying my bills on time, the creditor that I'm not paying, the bill that I'm not paying this to, can actually then report me to the credit bureau, and then my credit score is going to come down. And the next time I need a loan, I might get denied. And
it's like a snowball effect. Not paying your bills on time can be this total snowball that creates other financial havoc in your life.
Correct. And you know, it seems so simple as we talk about it, but it really starts with that conversation. And because this is a new year, this is a great time to do it.
Not even a new decade.
A new decade.
Like
and
it's the time to turn over a new leaf.
I talk to so many people and it'll be June and they'll go, wow, I wish somebody would told me to do this in January.
We're telling you in January,
We're telling you in
people.
January. Do it now. Don't wait till June. But if you hear this in June, start it in June. The point is it's always easier to put it off. I mean, the joke is we always say we're going to lose weight after the holidays, right? And everybody goes out and joins the gym and starts paying those gym fees. There's another resolution. Don't join a gym unless you intend to go. It's the same thing, you know. Now's a good time to start. Resolutions don't have to be bad. We've made them seem bad because we usually fail.
Right.
So if we
there's this like negative connotation with
stigma,
resolution.
yeah, it's a stigma, right? It's almost like a joke.
We need to
what's
call it
resolution?
a New Year's something else.
How about change of life, or you know, or
habit change, or
how about you know, make it some sort of celebration, which is really what happens when you do change that.
Right.
It becomes a celebration. It just takes a while to realize it's a celebration. You feel like you're depriving yourself. In the long run, you're not, though. I mean, everybody, if you have more money in your savings account, aren't you going to sleep better at night? If you're living by a budget and everybody's getting along in the family, aren't you having a better life than you would if you had all the money that you think you have? Yeah, think about that. What are your thoughts?
I think that I should have set a financial resolution now that I hear you talk about how awesome it is. And
not too late.
It's not too late. It's still January.
Right.
And that I'm going to think about what I want that to be. And here's the thing, the difference from last year is I'm going to stick to it because I'm going to set up some checkpoints to help me do that.
Right. And you know what? You might screw up. And when you do, it's okay. Just go back to doing it.
I'm not going to feel bad about screwing up.
When we mess up, we
give up.
We give up. Yeah, we give up.
We can't do that.
The key is not to give up. The key is to push on through and keep on going, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Great resolutions.
So, challenge to our listeners. What would you challenge our listeners with for our first podcast of 2020?
Challenge you to listen to more of our podcast.
Yes, please.
In all honesty, I really think the biggest challenge is actually sitting down. If you're a member of a family, sitting down with your family and having that conversation about finances. If you're not a member of a family with children or a spouse, and it's just you're a single person, it's really about sitting down and realizing where your money's going with that budget and then going from there.
Very good. So I'm going to plug Jamie here for a second. Jamie is our AVP of financial literacy, and he is like the smartest guy I know when it comes to helping you get on track. And we have an online page that you can visit if you want to learn more about improving your finances or need to talk to somebody about how to get and stay on track. And that's fcfcu.com/financial-education. And did I get that right?
Yes.
He doesn't know. But you know what? We would love to have you as a regular listener of our podcast. And we hope you found this just intriguing and fun. And we want to make this something that we talk about finances in a way that's not intimidating and it's not.
Finances can be fun. They really can.
Well, and they're real. It's not, it's not a class you take. It's real life and how we can, make that adjustment with our money to real life situations.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree completely. Well, I just want to thank everybody for listening today. This is Jamie Davidson from Financial Center with my partner in crime,
Dusty Simmons.
Thank you. Good day.
Carpe Dime is presented by Financial Center First Credit Union and produced by me, Dusty Simmons, and Jamie Davidson. And it's also edited by Courtney Cooper. Financial Center is a 6-time national award winner in the category of adult financial literacy, so you should listen to us, and it's our goal to help you improve your financial life. To learn more, visit fcfcu.com. And if you like what you hear, please subscribe from anywhere you're listening from.